So it started with a mystery that would lead us down so many rabbit holes in the search of our house history. An envelope was dropped into our letterbox by John. We don't know John, but as it turned out, he was pivotal in the history of our house. His letter started our hunt for information, and weirdly the story ended with a lesson in cement houses of Unley. In the anonymous letter, John was reminiscing as an old man by writing his memoirs and had decided to visit his grandparents' house, which is our house now. In his letter, he said he was a bit shy, so he didn't want to meet us. But he did leave the letter and 2 photos. One photo was of him as a 4-year-old sitting on our porch. The other photo was of our house in 1940s. We knew it was an unusual construction for a 1915 house. Reinforced double cement walls, cement sheet ceilings, and had this arts and craft kind of feel to the design. And then, as part of our research and by chance, we came across an article by Walter Charles Torode. He built cement houses in the early 1900s around Unley, and all his techniques matched our house structure. As a prominent builder of the time, it would have been nice to think that we had some kind of connection with this builder. He was an architect as well. He'd previously built the Adelaide Stock Exchange, the spires of St Peter's Cathedral, and a number of heritage-listed houses around Unley. Some say he built the first cement house in Australia, which was his residence on Unley Road, now a vet surgery. So there were many dead ends in our house history research, but one lead looked promising. The State Records of South Australia had 3 volumes of Unley building registers from 1900 to 1923. And I was so confident that would give me the builder's name and confirm Torode had built our house. But no, the second volume was missing. The first register volume did give us some clues to cement houses built in Unley by Torode. But soon after, a company called Ferro Concrete Company was building cement houses too. So the kind of mystery remained. We don't really know who built our house. So the other leads that we were looking at were related to John himself. It got us thinking, who lived in our house and when. We found John's grandparents had built our house between 1915 and 1917. Back in the 1940s, there were 8 people lived in the house, which would have been pretty cramped because it was a lot smaller back then, the house. It was probably 2 or 3 bedrooms. So John, who left the letter in our letterbox, and Walter Charles Thoreau certainly led us on a fascinating search of our house history.